Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. One is a pop music juggernaut, the other a two-time Super Bowl champion. Their whirlwind romance has become the stuff of modern legend, splashed across headlines and dissected by millions of fans online. But as the world roots for the seemingly perfect couple, a pressing question lingers in the air. Why hasn't Taylor Swift said yes to a walk down the aisle with Travis Kelce? The answer, much like Taylor's lyrics, is layered, intriguing, and more than a little surprising. It all began with a friendship bracelet. Travis Kelce, the Kansas City Chiefs' charismatic tight end, confessed on his podcast that he tried, and failed, to hand Taylor a bracelet at her Eras tour concert. For most people, that would have been the end of a funny story. But not for Taylor, who later called the move metal as hell in an interview with Time magazine. The spark was undeniable. Soon after, Taylor was spotted in the stands at a Chiefs game in September 2023, cheering Travis on with infectious enthusiasm. The internet exploded. Suddenly, the boundary between stadium lights and stage lights blurred, and a new celebrity super couple was born. From date nights in New York to cozy pizza outings in Ohio, Taylor and Travis's relationship has felt refreshingly genuine. Paparazzi shots of them holding hands, laughing, and supporting each other, whether on the football field or backstage, fueled a media frenzy. But beneath the fairy tale exterior, something deeper is at play. For most couples, the biggest challenge is simply navigating each other's quirks and schedules. For Taylor and Travis, it's surviving the relentless gaze of the world. Every public appearance becomes an event, every Instagram story a clue. Fans, Swifties and Chiefs Kingdom alike, scrutinize every bracelet, every lyric, every sidelong glance for hints of an engagement. When Taylor called Travis her boyfriend during a Florida hospital visit, it set off a firestorm of speculation. A wedding planner's invitation addressed to both of them sent the rumor mill spinning even faster. The constant engagement chatter is exhausting for them, an insider told Star magazine. Taylor and Travis are tired of all the pressure and endless discussion about their status. Taylor, who spent her career fiercely guarding her independence, might well be wary of making any decision, especially marriage, under such intense scrutiny. If you're hooked on these details, you're not alone. This is the kind of story that's impossible to look away from. Another reason Taylor might be holding back has everything to do with timing. Travis is at the top of his game, focused on bringing another Super Bowl trophy home to Kansas City. According to insiders, he has no intention of proposing until after he retires from football, a milestone that could be years away. Meanwhile, Taylor is enjoying a rare moment of calm after the chaos of her record-shattering Eras tour. For the first time in years, she's not racing from city to city, and that slower pace has given her time to savor quiet moments with Travis in New York and Nashville. But with Travis's training camp commitments overlapping her own projects, their schedules remain a formidable puzzle. Taylor has also just reclaimed ownership of her music masters, a victory that's hugely symbolic for her brand and legacy. According to sources close to her, she's not interested in changing her name, even if she does someday marry Travis. The name Swift is more than just a surname, it's a global brand. Changing it, or even sharing the spotlight, could feel like a risk to everything she's worked for. Travis himself has admitted that dating a superstar like Taylor comes with its own set of challenges. On the Bus Sin with the Boys podcast, he joked about the ceaseless attention, saying, "I just don't want my meat on page 6. But underneath the humor is a real anxiety about privacy. After a date night in New York, the couple faced backlash for seeking attention. Travis pushed back, saying, "We're a couple, dude. You already know." But the scrutiny is relentless. Taylor's been navigating these waters since she was a teenager, but even she knows that a wedding would make the circus even bigger. The couple has learned to scale back their public outings, sneaking out the back of restaurants and avoiding the flashbulbs when they can. After all, Taylor's seen how other celebrity couples, think Josh Allen and Haley Steinfeld, face relentless pressure to make their relationships public property. She's determined not to let outside expectations dictate her private life. Family, too, plays a major role. Taylor is famously close to her parents, and any big decision involves their input. According to Yahoo, her family is all in for Travis, but Taylor herself is methodical and thoughtful. She's not one to rush, especially when the stakes are this high. Travis, on the other hand, has spoken about wanting to expand his family with Taylor someday, even floating the idea of adopting a pet together. These are sweet, long-term dreams, but they're not the stuff of whirlwind engagements. Taylor, who has fought long and hard for her autonomy, might be wary of anything that could threaten her control over her own narrative. The couple has already weathered their share of false breakup rumors. Everything from supposed arguments after the Super Bowl to imagined political differences has been spun into tabloid fodder. Taylor had to clarify that she and Travis weren't secretly married, pointing to her signature TNT bracelet, a gift from Travis, instead of a ring at the Stanley Cup final. Their bond is undeniably strong. Travis has been a steady presence during key moments, like when Taylor faced drama with friends or industry challenges. But the weight of public expectation, from Swifties dissecting every move to tabloids like Page 6, could make anyone pause before taking another step. Taylor is also riding a career high, having closed the chapter on her infamous Masters dispute. Travis was by her side during that milestone, and sources say his support meant the world to her. Yet, with her brand so entwined with her name and her fiercely independent spirit, marriage might feel like more of a risk than a reward right now. For now, Taylor and Travis are enjoying what Marie Claire UK called a calmness and ease, splitting time between cities, soaking up normal moments, and staying as low-key as possible for a pair whose every move can make headlines. The idea of plunging into wedding planning, complete with all the associated fanfare, speculation, and inevitable drama, might feel like exchanging this rare piece for chaos. Travis himself is under pressure, balancing fame and football. He skipped training sessions to be with Taylor, but remains laser-focused on the Chiefs' championship aspirations. Sources suggest that any proposal will likely come after his playing days are over, giving the couple space to breathe. Taylor, fresh off a grueling 2-year tour, is probably not eager to jump into another massive project like a wedding. For now, she's content to savor the present. Simple nights out in Ohio, laughter with friends, music sessions in Nashville. The world may be watching, but Taylor is determined to set her own pace. The love story between Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce is more than just a tabloid headline. It's a testament to what can happen when two worlds collide and decide to make space for each other. Their relationship is thriving, not because it's picture perfect, but because they're willing to grow together, even under the harshest spotlight. For Taylor, the queen of pop who's built an empire on her own terms, the leap into marriage isn't just a personal decision, it's a strategic one with implications for her career, her brand, and her identity. The pressure to say "I do" is immense, but Taylor's never been one to let others dictate her story. So will Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce ever walk down the aisle? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, whatever they decide, the world will be watching, waiting, and rooting for this couple whose love story feels at once larger than life and deeply, authentically real. And if you're as fascinated by their journey as the rest of us, stay tuned. In the world of Taylor and Travis, the next chapter is always just around the corner, and you won't want to miss a word.